Miss 10 o'clock ஆச்சுங்க.
எவ்வளோ பேர் வந்திருக்காங்க பொம்மலை?
53 have joined, ma'am.
Yeah, 53 have joined. Okay, then shall I inform the principal?
Yes, miss.
She has not joined yet, no?
She has not joined.
We have to start now, or shall we wait for 5 more minutes? All staff members, our department have joined, no?
All of us have come.
Joined. Other NCA, IT.
Bhamini has joined.
Okay.
Priscilla has joined. Mrs. Darling has joined.
Okay, I'll call. Then I'll call. Inform the principal. Then we'll start. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Shall we start?
Yes, ma'am. You can start.
A pleasant morning to all the lovely ladies over here and the intellectual resource person of the day. Today, we are virtually gathered here to know about the analytics and opportunities of enterprise applications. With immense pleasure, I cordially invite our head of the department, Mrs. A. Lina Benita, to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning to all. On behalf of the Department of Computer Science, I deem it a great privilege in welcoming Madam Principal, the resource person of the day, Mr. Sriram Chandramani Prahasam, Associate Manager, Essential Netherlands, my dear colleagues and my dear students, for this UGC-funded webinar on the topic, Enterprise Applications with Analytics and Opportunities. First of all, I would like to thank our Madam President, Madam Secretary and Madam Principal, Dr. P. Parmeshwari, for according permission for the conduct of this webinar. I thank our speaker, Mr. Sriram Chandramani, who has kindly consented to deliver the talk in spite of his preoccupation. My hearty welcome to you, sir. A few words about our resource person. Mr. Sriram has completed his PG in Technology College of Engineering. He has more than 10 years of experience in implementing enterprise applications. He has great experience in PEGAM, PRPC, which is the business management tool, customer relationship management in business. These tools, which is used to reduce the cost and is used in improving business purpose. His area of specialization is CRM, analytics, and industry solution framework. And also, he has played important role in lead system architect, CRM, and analytics consultant. His domain of work includes telecom, insurance, banking, and finance. I'm proud to say that he has good working experience in the United Kingdom also. We are happy to have such an eminent software professional amidst today. Happy welcome to you, sir, once again. Once again, a warm and happy welcome to all who are present here for this webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now the event is going to start. I request our guest of honor, Mr. Sriram Chandramani Prahasam, to address the participants.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. I wish to check whether my audio is proper now to everyone. Does my audio?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible.
Definitely, yeah. Thank you very much, and very good morning from Netherlands. It's around 6:30 a.m. here. I wish to thank Madam Lina Benita for giving welcoming and introducing me. And I wish to special thanks to Madam Vasanthi, who reached out to me for this seminar. And it's a bit of responsibility for me to give back what I got in the industry as an experience to the students, especially to SFR College, where I came from. I mean to say from Sivakasi. And I wish to really thank the organizers and all the students in this Corona time joining here. The whole world is going virtually. Even our work is also going virtual. And we also been struggling with the kids in home, how to work. So with all those things, I really wish to thank the participants and organizers for this. So yeah, if I really want to start on this, now before that, I want to thank all the delegated members who were there as well, including the principals, HOD over there, for giving me the opportunity to present. Yeah. So to start with the seminar, let's say the next 1 hour going to be a bit of interactive thing with the students, staffs, and me. Yeah, I know interaction is not that effective like sitting in a hall, but we don't have any other choice now. So I prepared this presentation in such a way, like being a student sitting in the college, yeah, we used to learn a lot of things, including what is database management system, what is software project management, software engineering, and we used to study a lot inside it, the architecture. I was to give a bit of overview on what is happening in the industry currently with what you have learned, how all these subjects are getting connected with each other. Say, for example, if you want to deliver a software for a particular bank, international bank, then all your subject is important over there, right from the beginning to the network, to the software management, the software engineering, to database management, to your coding, to your technology. And I wish to give you some overview on how the industries are moving now and how the client, the one we are giving software is organized now, and how the software industries are structured and what are all the opportunities as a students. Now I hear the students from computer science and MCA are joining here, maybe some other departments as well. So I want to tell you what are the opportunities or hierarchies available in software industries like TCS, CTS, Infosys, whatever you name it, and what are the opportunities available, and in your spare time, are more than your subject, what you're learning in your class, how you can spend your time to keep yourself to understand what's happening, or how to gain a good job, or you yourself can start your own company by doing software. So that's how I design. I do have a bit of experience in doing that while I was studying in Tyagarajar College of Engineering as well in MCA, because I'm the placement representative for that MCA batch, where we used to prepare all the learning material, and we used to go to different company people and understand, okay, how to prepare to crack a job, or how to prepare to understand what is happening currently in the industry. So to start with, let me present the presentation I prepared for this. So please stop me, or please ping me, okay, whenever you are not hearing me properly, or whenever you are not seeing the presentation properly. And sometimes I wish to hear from the students, not here literally. I may wish to get some answer from the students. It's not a question and answer session, but I want to understand, or even I want to learn from the students, okay, on this topic, what is your idea? So please don't hesitate. If you can comment, please comment your answers. Maybe I'll just give some 30 seconds or something. We will just discuss on that. So let me present my PPT. Please let me know when you're seeing my screen. My screen is all, visible to you guys? Hello?
No, sir, not it.
Okay.
Visible, sir.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, thanks. I hope for everyone it is visible. So, yeah, to give a quick introduction on the experience I do have in the industry, 10 years before I started in Tata Consultancy Services as a system engineer, where the first project I worked was a production support. I hope you guys know what is production support. Production support is nothing but when an application is in live. For example, there is an application which is going on for a particular bank, say ICICI. Then there is a software we build for the customer. Even you guys have an account in either bank, an online account. So when you're logging in or when you're doing some transaction or whatever you're trying to access in the online application, there could be some problem in the software. So on that, on live, you need to give support. So there will be multiple people sitting over there to support that, right from the manager to the developer. So where I was being one of the developer who has to support one of the insurance application, which is in US, which is Charters. When you would have here Tata AIG, which is American International Group, which is AIG. So that is the application I started as a production support guy. So there I learned, okay, how it will be in live to give a support as a software. And as developers, we used to think always on the functionality, coding, the DBMS, database and all. But when you be as a user who is using the application, there you come to know they don't know about any technology. They don't know about anything about the software. They simply ask you a question. I click this button, nothing is working. So then you have to explain them properly, not technically. Okay, see, I cannot explain to the customer saying, when you click the button, the JavaScript script is failing because there is an attribute we missed. So I have to talk to him in the business term. See, there is some business problem. Sorry, there is some technical problem I need to take care. It will take next 1 hour to fix it. And in that meantime, are you able to wait for that 1 hour? Or can I just do something for you? Then if they're okay for 1 hour, then I can fix it in the background. And in the background, I have to get approval and all those steps. I have to fix it. And then we have to inform the customer. That is what production support is all about. Then later, I understand the technology. I'll come to the part, what is the technology and what is basically Pega. So in that technology, I learned building the application. Then that technology is giving you an opportunity to grow yourself, to consult with the customers. So consulting is a bit different. It's not simply developing the software what customer wants. You will sit in the customer location and then you will consult, okay, you're doing this business. Can I give you, can we do this in this technology as a solution? So I want to simply explain that term. Say, for example, we have this Reliance industry. We know Reliance is having a lot of businesses. They have different business units. That's a term we used to call in corporate. So they have this Big Bazaar, they have this Jio, and they have this Reliance petrochemicals, polyester, and all those things basically. So when I'm doing a software, for example, Reliance is approaching me. I'm a Cognizant or a TCS guy, saying I need a software online e-commerce website for my Big Bazaar business. Then we used to tell them, okay, yeah, we already developed e-commerce website for different companies. So this is what the functionalities we provide. And this is what the technology we used. But for the customer, we used to talk, okay, what is the business value you will get when I'm putting this e-commerce website for your customers? Then we will build the software and deliver to them. But our job will not stop over there. Then we will just tell, okay, in the Big Bazaar, this is the e-commerce website we just put there. So why can't you introduce analytics or artificial intelligence? Then we will just tell, okay, a lot of customers are buying goods from your Big Bazaar website. How you are treating your customers. Say, for example, I used to buy for 3,000 rupees every week, but my friend used to buy only 2,000 for every month. So if Reliance is treating me in the same way as is treating my friend, then I might not get that boost to go to Big Bazaar again. Then Reliance has to treat me differently, or they have to give me different offers. So that's what you guys, we are getting a lot of emails and a lot of SMS these days. Okay, we had seen you browsed on this particular, so even particularly in Facebook, when you open, you can see a lot of advertisements. Say, for example, if you search for a shoe or a particular dress in particular website, then you can see the related advertisements on Facebook. So that is kind of a marketing, and there are multiple terms in marketing. When you reach a group of people, that is one kind of marketing. When you reach a particular person, I used to get some mails from Flipkart saying, "Sir, you just search for this shoe. Can we give you an offer?" So that same kind of offer, we might not give it for another customer, because they value me. They found, okay, I am a value customer, that I'm giving business to them. So this kind of consulting we will do with Reliance. Okay. Then we will explain, okay, in the same software, we will put some analytics and we will do the customers. So Reliance will match with their business objective, say, okay, if I want to really treat my customer differently, I mean, in a positive way, like I want to really give good offers to the customers to retain my business, yes, I need this software. This is what consulting is all about. So this is what we are doing, and there are multiple hierarchy. It's kind of an ocean. So just as a tip of an iceberg, I just told you, okay, this is kind of consulting positions that's also available. So I moved into that level, and now I'm a bit of doing that. So let's start with the topic, basically, enterprise application. So enterprise application. See, as a student, when I started my learnings, in MCA, I used to study this coding. Okay, C, C++, and Java programming. I used to study different programming languages, and we used to have different subjects. Say, for example, DBMS, software engineering, data structure, the computer architecture, and networking. But enterprise application, if you see, for example, the same ICICI, if you take. It's an enterprise, and if they want to really digitalize their company, then where and all they want to put a software, they need to identify, or they can build some applications which is for the whole enterprise. So if you see the divisions I put, say for example, business unit, division, frameworks, and applications. So when it is coming to me for any design, okay, if I want to build any enterprise application, say for example, I don't know whether you have heard about Rabobank. It's what kind of a bank in Netherlands, like the banks we used to have in India, where they are investing a lot for farming and all. So when they are coming for an enterprise applications, right? So they have different divisions. So as a banking, they want to run their business. They have multiple departments, multiple processes which is going on. Say for example, managing a customer. Say when a customer is onboarding, for example, if I want to open an account in ICICI, okay, I'll go to the bank, or I'll apply it online. Then I'll get a welcome pack saying, okay, sir, you got an account, and this is what your credit card or debit card, and this is what your minimum balance. And then later I used to do transactions. Then later I used to get some calls from them. Okay, you want to improve or convert your credit card from this level to that level, and I'll do business with them for 5 years or 10 years. Then later I told, okay, ICICI is charging me a lot, so I don't want to be as a customer for you. Then they will offboard me, and they will just put me in the backlog. Offload it, okay, they will close the account, and I'll be no more their customer, but they will put my name for future references. So in the customer perspective, if you see, this is my whole customer journey. This is on the one end. On the other end, in the ICICI side, okay, there are a lot of process including in it. So when I'm onboarding a customer, or when I want to take a particular person as a customer, for example, Sriram is opening an account, then they have their own processes, their company processes and government processes. Say for example, they have to collect documents from me, and they have to verify whether I'm a good guy. We used to call it as due diligence check and credit score. They have to process it. So the employees of ICICI has to process my application, and it has its own steps, and different departments has to do it, like the departments we do have in our college. So we need to do a software for the whole people. Say one department is verifying my documents, another department is considering about my products, another department is giving approval. So I need to build software for them. And so different company have different structure in doing it. Some companies used to say, okay, we have the architect or the solutions or softwares built for different domains. Say, for example, in Rabobank, the current client I'm working, they said all the customer-related applications, all the customer-related technology that's sitting as a domain. Say we used to call it as distribution domain. So in that domain, we have databases, database administrators, and we have different clouds, different servers, and different technologies and different applications. Where you can see all the technologies, say Salesforce is there, Pega is there, and Java applications are there, Oracle DB is there, IBM DB is there, all those things as together we build software. And okay, another domain, like for example, for all the insurance and all the loan related things, we used to have another department, say investment, lending and insurance, where they have their own architecture. Say they have the databases, they have softwares, and they have people who are working. So that's how they differentiate. In one of the clients I worked in England, they divided the software based on the business units they're doing. It's a telecom company, say like we have Airtel and other stuff. In Airtel, if you see, we are retail customers. As an individual person, okay, what is the business I used to do with them? I'll get some SIM card, I'll make the calls and all, and I'll get a internet package, nothing more than that. So this is a retail customer, but Airtel is giving broadband to home as well as to office. So that office, we used to call it as business customers. So in England, the customer I worked for is a telecom customer, where they build their software architecture by dividing the business into residential customers and business customers. So in which we are coming as residential and business customers are offices. So enterprise application is also like that. So I mean, there is no definition for it, but if you want to build an application for a particular domain or for a particular business of that customer, then I'll just build on the whole enterprise level. So, and it contains different technology, different architecture. So that is what enterprise application is all about. And yeah, there is a term called technology. I'll just explain what is my understanding of technology. Technology is nothing but a set of programs. As it may build on any language or more than one language, but it basically focus on giving a particular solution to any organization or a particular person. Say for example, the Google Meet is also a technology where we don't know what is happening at the background, how many codes are running, it is using internet, it is using my laptop camera, everything. But this technology is giving me a solution of connecting with you people. So in the same way, there are multiple technologies where they acquire companies or they have different programming language running in the background, but they are giving us one particular solution where it will give a problem or it will solve a problem or it will give a technology or a software solution to an organization or a particular person. So I just put some name of the technologies here. .NET is a programming language, but PRPC, Pega PRPC, Pega Rules Process Commander is what the technology I am working. SFDC, you have here Salesforce.com, where it is giving the software for all the sales related work, and SAP, Informatica, MuleSoft, whatever you name it basically. Yeah, before going into it, okay, I'm going to jump into the technology I'm working, Pega Systems. I wish to hear if you guys have any doubt or if you guys wish to share something with me, maybe in the next 30 seconds or 1 minute, please put in the comment box. If you have any questions or any clarifications, or if you want to give me a feedback saying, okay, I'm rushing certain things, I want to wait slower also, you can just leave the comments. I will just next 30 seconds, I'll just wait for it. Okay, I hope it's fine and we don't have any questions as of now. Okay, let me start again. Yeah. Yeah, Pegasystems is one technology where it's been created 35 years before by Alan Treffler, one guy who was a world champion in chess, who have created a technology with Java in the background and JSP in the background. And he created that software to give a business process management solution to the customers. So I'll quickly tell you what is business process management. For example, in our college, when a student is coming, then there is a set of process the college used to follow. Say, they have to gather all the documents, and they have to have one-on-one interview with the student, probably, and then they will verify the documents and all the internal approvals and putting that particular student into the particular department and getting an approval from HOD and getting an approval from principal. And finally, you need to get all the ID cards and everything and need to get allocated to the classroom. Say, for example, it's a process. So when I just define it as a process, as a flow diagram, yeah, getting documents is the first box. Second box is verifying the documents. Third box is one-on-one connection with the student. And the fourth box is all the approvals, where sometimes two people has to approve, sometimes one person has to approve. And finally, I have to give order or send to the admin department. Say, for example, you have to create this ID card for the student and you have to enable him to go to the college basically. So this we used to call it as a process. So a very simple process I explained, but if you think in terms of a bigger enterprise like banks, insurance companies, or telecom industries, where they have their own processes. Like I explained, when you're onboarding a customer, then you have to do a lot of process in the background. And whatever the roles I told you, say for example, when I'm going to have one-on-one interview with the student, then the teacher or the professor has to see the student information in the laptop, and they have to have one-on-one, and they have to enter comments to him. Comments, okay, this student looks good, or this student doesn't looks good, his attitude is not good, or something like that. So in the process, in the third step, my software is enabling the professor to see the information and put the comments. So the professor is a role here, and I'm giving a screen to him. So in the same way, the business process, there are multiple roles will be there. For example, if some person has to come to your home and have to install a particular cable for your internet, or a person has to come to you and then talk about the products of the bank, then it's also part of a process where the person is coming is the one of the role. So this software enables us to define the process, and it has its own set of portals and everything, where with very less coding, if you just simply define the process and do some configuration, the software is ready for you, where the company can onboard different roles. Say, for example, the person who is coming to the home, to the manager of the bank, to the clerk who is sitting on the bank, who can use the software. This technology had evolved itself. Now they have their own CRM, which is customer relationship management tool, and we do have the process automation module also, and artificial and robotic automation. In the next slides, I'll explain you how it works collaboratively. So I'll give you some 30 seconds to just read these blocks, different blocks, because this is a bit of a lot of information there. So just read this box, then I'll explain you. Just 30 seconds. I think someone has to go on mute.
Purna Lakshmi. Mute your mic.
Thanks. And I hope there is a live streaming on YouTube as well, right? Our presentation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, let me start this. So yeah, it's a bit complex for a beginner. I mean, yeah, initially to understand. So when I explain these things to my colleagues here, I used to explain one analogy. See, let's say your customer is on the left side and the organization is on the right side. For example, I'm running a company. Say, for example, say HDFC Bank. Customer is on the left side and the HDFC organization on the right side. And there needs to be something on the center which will connect the customer with the organization, which is HDFC. And inside the HDFC also, they need software to do the processes. So when we look at this particular picture with that analogy, this is what the model we are proposing to all the customers now. And this is what the consulting, even I myself, is doing to the customers. So if you build your software or if you build your enterprise application in this particular manner, then you definitely give a best for your customers and you can meet your business objectives. See, any organization, the business objective could be giving best to their customers and yeah, making money is one thing, but you need to retain your customers. If HDFC is not giving me a good offers or HDFC is not treating me properly, I'll just keep HDFC and then go to HDFC. So that's a struggle for the organization. You want to keep the customer and they want to really give a proper software to their internal employees to work properly, because still if they are following the same methodology, old methodology of verifying the files, and they take a lot of time to create an account. For example, if I have to wait for some 30 days or 40 days to create an account in HDFC, but in ICICI, it will take just 2 days, then always prefer ICICI. So they have to create software for their internal employees as well in HDFC. So this is what the model we are proposing, where the center brain you used to see, we used to call it as the decision hub, which is artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence, which is nothing but based on the historical data, based on the data or based on the what's happened before, the brain can learn. Okay, it can predict for the future. I'll tell you one quick example on the enterprise level artificial intelligence we are trying to implement. Say, for example, if a particular kind of customers, this is the same kind of example I used to tell in my trainings as well. So I had seen in one of the area, I seen no customers are buying iPhone. They're always buying Samsung phones. Then when I analyze manually, then I need to really analyze, okay, who are all those customers? What is the area? What kind of customers are buying Samsung and what kind of customers are buying iPhone? But instead, an artificial intelligence can learn, okay, can identify patterns. Okay, these were the people, these were the set of people who has this attributes common. Say, for example, yeah, the people from this particular location, the people who have this age group from 20 to 30, or the people who are earning this much salary is always buying Samsung. They're not going for iPhone. Then I'll just give that kind of offer. Say, for example, when the same kind of customer, say, for example, the artificial intelligence had identified people who are earning money up to this much, and then they are having an age group of 20 to 30, and from particular area in that location, they are buying a lot of iPhones. That is the business objective. Then the next time when they are calling the e-commerce website, say, for example, okay, I need to buy something, or they are logging into Flipkart or Amazon, then you will see the related products or suggested products in the bottom. So it will identify who am I, say, for example, what is my age and what is my salary, or that's that usually we will not give salary to e-commerce. What is my age, from which location I am coming, and all the attributes, and it will match with this learning. So from its learning, it say, okay, in this age group, in this particular location, most of the customers bought iPhone. So for Sriram, I have to suggest iPhone. So that is the learning. That's a very, very simple example I told you, but the learning could be of any level. In a complex level, in banks, we used to identify customers. Say, for example, Rabobank is an international bank where all the international people used to open account in Rabobank. Say, for example, people from Afghanistan, people from Russia, people from America used to open the account. So one important stage is there before creating an account for them, which is CDD, customer due diligence. It's very simple, straightforward. I need to identify whether the customer is a correct customer or a bad customer. So the check we used to do is, we used to check his history thoroughly. We used to check his accounts thoroughly. We used to check from which country he came from. If he comes from Afghanistan, we used to put some more checks to the customer. Say, did he transact any money to Afghanistan? Did he is funding any terrorist fund? Did he use any word like gun or something in his social media? Everything we used to check. There also, artificial intelligence is playing a vital role. So I identify, say for example, I'm from Afghanistan. I wish to open an account in Rabobank. Yeah. Then my profile they verified, and important information the artificial intelligence had learned. Okay, this profile is a high risk profile. You need to carefully deal with this customer because it seems he's a bit high risk profile. The next time, when an employee, Rabobank employee, the same customer, for example, one of my friends, say Raj, is coming when opening an account. And he's also from Afghanistan and his profile is matching with me. Then the artificial intelligence will match its learning with the new profile Raj, and he'll tell he also seems to be a high risk profile. So that is kind of artificial intelligence also you can use. So artificial intelligence is machine learning, and there are multiple technologies there, and you yourself can go and Google what are the language we are using, Python, Java, R, and all those things, in which Pega is using Java. That's how the artificial intelligence works. So we want to put this artificial intelligence into the center. If you see this block, marketing, yeah, I need to reach new customers. Say, sir, it seems you're using this credit card. Why can't you go for a loan, or why can't you go for an investment? So that is marketing. So I cannot simply go to any customer. I mean, if a customer is just having a debt, all the time he has a lot of debts, and his profile is saying he is not owning any business, and his profile is saying, okay, he cannot lend a lot of money in the bank, then it is worthless to go and sell a car to him. Instead, I can help him. Okay, can I give you some loan, and what is the business you are doing? Can our bank help you in doing the business? So I cannot treat every customer in the same way. I may need a support for my business. My wife or my friend need a particular credit card for this kind of transaction. One of my friends need an insurance. So artificial intelligence will help treating different customers in a different way in marketing. So that is one of the big stream most of the enterprise are concentrating these days, and a lot of technology is there in doing marketing. Pega is also giving framework for marketing. Sales, yeah. So the cycle starts with marketing to sales to customer service and operations. I'll tell you this circle. See this from marketing, sales, customer service, and operations. Say, if you probably could have seen a lot of people who are standing in front of your college and give you a lot of pamphlets. So from that pamphlet, right, most of the people used to just throw away the pamphlet. But some of the people who used to see, yeah, no, I was searching for an internet connection for me. So this pamphlet is saying, okay, 400 rupees per month. This is the internet. So that is what marketing. So that is one way of marketing. But if you want to do it digitally, you will get a lot of mail in your Gmail. And when you just search for your website, okay, what is the price for Airtel per month? Then in your Facebook, then in your all the softwares, then you see, okay, we will give you an offer for 1 month, 400 rupees is the software we are giving. And then that is marketing, basically. That is what the enterprises are doing. They're reaching them via multiple channels. If you see, HTTP is internet, mobile, chat, on-home, mail, phone, Google, Facebook, and everything. So single engine is reaching to the customer in different channel where it has been driven from the artificial intelligence, where marketing is sitting in the top, and it identify customers, segments, say 100 customers, we see, okay, the marketing is saying, if you reach this customer, probably they will get your business or be a customer for you. So these are the things. So marketing is reaching the customer. Then once you see the pamphlet and they used to have a phone number there, and that phone number you used to call them, say I used to call, then a customer service guy who's sitting over there, and he will give you some more information, and they will tell, okay, please go to online, or we will come to your home, and then we will fill up the application, fill up your application, and you will become a customer. So that is what sales is all about. So for that sales, simple business like opening an internet account will happen manually, or they are using their own software. But in a bigger organizations, right? So when you want to really do a business, then I need bigger set of software where I need to put all the contacts there, all the accounts, all the organization information is there. So that is what sales is all about. So that's what CRM. CRM is customer relationship management, where usually it contains 3 different major modules. One is sales, from sales to customer. Yeah. So I did the marketing, I did the sales. So now I became a customer. So for example, yeah, I like Airtel. I just got a internet connection. So for the sales job is done for the organization, which is Airtel, and then customer service. Yeah, I know Airtel customer service is a bit bad, but that is what the international organizations are trying to give, a good customer service to the customer. See, this is what artificial intelligence will help us to do. Say customer service is one real segment where the artificial intelligence will help a lot. I'm just calling Airtel saying, boss, my internet connection is not good. Then the problem is, before reaching the customer service, I need to click a lot of buttons, say 1, 2, 3, 4, and all. That is not a good customer experience. And one more thing, when I go to, when I call an Airtel and I just tell him, boss, my internet is not working properly, then in the mid, the call get cut. The next time I calling them, then I have to explain everything again to a new guy, basically. So that kind of thing is giving me a bad feeling where I say, okay, Airtel is not doing good. I have to go for Jio, or I have to go for some other network. So I have to give a good customer service. So my software built-in customer service has to identify all these pain points of the customers, and it has to give some intelligence. Say, for example, when I go next time, the artificial intelligence will tell, okay, this customer had called me multiple times. I called multiple times, say the internet connection is wrong, and my intelligence is saying these kind of customers will not continue with you. So please give him some offer. So the customer service software, the guy who's sitting on the phone, he will get a suggestion, please give this offer to this particular customer. Then he will tell to the customer, okay, can we give this offer, sir? Sorry for the trouble you got. Can we give you some offer to retain? So that will give a good feeling to the customer. Okay, I understand the organization is hearing my problem and the organization is giving me an offer. So that is what customer service is all about, which is powered by artificial intelligence. And operations. Operations is nothing but purely internally for the organization. Yes, a sales is done. Okay, I became the Airtel customer. Then Airtel has to work to make me as a customer, and they have to really do their internal job. Say they have to verify my account, they have to really see, okay, there is a connection there to their particular house, or we need to really lay the wire over there. So all things are operations. So this is what the enterprise model we are pushing into all the customers, where it is touching all the steps of an organization. So this Pega technology contains all these modules, but if we are not using Pega technology, or other customers who are using other technology, they are using different software for different streams. For marketing, they may use Salesforce. Sorry, for sales and marketing, they use Salesforce. For customer service, they may use Salesforce or other Pega or something. And for operations, they may use Java or they may use Pega. The Pega systems has all these modules, but this is what the enterprise structure, most of the enterprise applications is moving these days. Yeah. And yeah, this I already explained how the client work, client themselves have their own structure. So coming to the, okay, digitalization, somehow I connected. This is the one of the most of the customers are moving toward digitalization because you don't believe 30 years before, most of the organization has started building software, but they created a lot of silos. One application they created in some screen, some database, and another application they created something else. But they want to connect all the software, they want to connect all the data, where we used to call it as digitalization, where we used to really help them. And the technology which we are using is nothing but AI, robotics, decisioning, marketing, and customer service. Yeah, if I talk about robotics, I can talk a lot. Very quickly, I'll just tell what is happening. Say I'm a company owner. Say for example, I'm just owning an organization like Tata, right? I'm manufacturing car. I'm building a lot of software. 40 years before software came, I built a software for particular. I just built a software for a particular module in my business where simply it will take an order, and later I will take a printout of that order and I'll do my job of producing the car and giving to the customer. Then later I created software just for the people who are creating the car. Say for example, what are the jobs I have to do? So like this, they created software here and there in their organization in the process. So now they cannot throw the software away, but they cannot just put crores of money to rebuild all the software. So that's why all the technology is coming into way to connect the existing software, say robotics, processor, connect the existing software and sitting on top of the softwares and giving a unique or front view to the customers. So that's why all these technologies are helping. Maybe this is a bit of a wide topic, but I used to give a pass here, and I think 15 minutes more left. The next 15 minutes or 10 minutes, I'll explain you how a software industry works very quickly, and what are all the different opportunities as a students we can go into the software industry, or you can prepare by yourself when you're studying. Yeah. So any questions or any clarification you require, or any question, maybe in the next 1 minute, you may type on the comment. I will try to answer. Yeah. Please don't hesitate to ask anything. Just ask. Just ask about what is artificial intelligence, where you can learn. What are the simple thing I can do with artificial intelligence? Any question you can ask. No questions? Yeah, I'm just waiting for the questions basically. Yeah. So, okay, let me assume there is no question. I mean, or maybe I just move ahead. Yeah. So next set of slides, I'll explain quickly how the software industry works, like CTS and TCS and all. Like I explained you guys, I mean, the customer themselves, say TCS is a software company, they are doing a software for, say for example, customer in America, say enterprise or Europe car kind of organizations. In Europe, or banks like AIG Bank or Rabobank or whatever the bank I'm working. So those customers are self-saturated, a bit of self-saturated these days. Self-saturated in the sense they themselves know how to build a software. They are spending a lot of money to create their own team to manage building the software. where all this organization like TCS, CTS are joining with them as a partners, helping them, giving solution or helping them in understand, okay, this is your business problem. We can use this technology to build the software. And we have a competency where there are 100 employees are sitting there with this experience, where if you want to build this software, I will give you some 50 employees to you. And if you find your own employees also, you can just put. That's how it is working. So the internal hierarchy of the software industry, say for example CTS or Accenture or TCS, we can see major segregation where sales, horizontal, vertical, COE, competencies, and innovation labs. Sales is, yeah, they really go to customers and say, okay, you are a bank, say for example, you are Rabobank, and we already implemented a lot of software for ABN AMRO Bank, where for reaching the customers or for making your process of onboarding a customer, we implemented a software where they can find the business benefit. Say it took 3 days for them before to create an account for them, for the customer. Now it is taking minutes to create it. So that's how it is reducing the time and it improves the business. So that's what sales will do. They will go to the customer and they will create opportunities to build the software. And horizontal and vertical, horizontal is something like, okay, that will take care of building the competency. Say, okay, there are 1,000 Java employees are there in TCS, 1,000 Pega employees are there, 1,000 C++ employees are there. So whenever vertical, say for example, okay, we are managing projects for banks, I need 50 Java employees. They will reach out to the horizontal, they will take the top 50 and put it to the customer. And center of excellence or their competencies and innovation, like innovation labs or something, they will innovate something and go to different customers basically. And this is the business model. So when I'm doing a software in Cognizant in Chennai, I'm doing some software that for the customer. I'm working in Cognizant means these are the steps we need to follow, and this many teams are there. They'll do pre-sales, and they'll do sales, and then we are doing services. I'll go to a bank and tell, okay, why can't we build this software? Can we help you as a partner because we are good in building software? And they'll do sales and they'll do service. In the service, there comes the team. They will form the development team. Where employees like me or future employees like you guys will sit there. You will do the analysis of requirements. Then you will come to your SDLC. You will design, you will develop, and testing. Testing is a separate stream where you used to call system integration testing, user acceptance testing. And once you build the software and put it to the client location, you need to give assurance for 3 months or 1 month. The software has to go properly, and I have to maintain the software, and I have to give the production support. So when you go as a software engineer into the industry, it is not only simply you will do the development. You may work as a sales guy, mostly MBA guys used to do that, and you will involve in analysis. You may involve in design. You may a developer. You may a tester. You may be a guy who take care of the production support, or you may be a guy who take care of the maintenance. So this many variety of jobs are available in software industry or to the client directly. Yeah, SDLC. As we learn in our software engineering, the same method we are following. Mostly it's Scrum. Scrum is like the customer itself is being the delivery. And then as employees, as Accenture or CTS, we will just go and sit and then develop the product. And the delivery is being taken back by the customer, or delivery can be taken care by Cognizant as well. So DevOps is the current model we are following, where every member in the team has to have a deep knowledge on the skill I have. For example, I'm a developer. I have a deep knowledge on developing the software, but I will have an extensive knowledge, or I'll know about testing, and I'll know about the deployment as well. So they want the developer also to be a tester, also to be a guy who has taken care of maintenance. That is what DevOps. So that's what the current method we are following. Internet of Things. Yeah, I mean, in the previous diagram I showed you, Internet of Things is, we have a lot of digital components these days, your mobile, your laptop, or your iPad. So creating a kind of network and software using this equipment is what Internet of Things. So we recently did a software Say for example, when a car for Ford, if you know Ford cars for US, we did a proof of concept. What we did is when a car's engine is vibrating a lot, then the sensor will identify, okay, there is too much vibration. Then it will alert the service center via internet saying, okay, this car is going to break down. Then it will alert the driver also, please stop here. I already sent a signal to the service center, so help is on your way. This is what Internet of Things. So it could be between any devices, between your lift, between your car, between your home appliances. That's what this Google Home and other things. I mean, you can connect all your systems. So that is also one of the area in which a lot of investment is going on. Cloud, definitely you need to learn about cloud because it's very old method, putting a server on the customer side and building the software. Now there are many things, software as a service. Redbus is one good example of software as a service. I'm a Parveen Travels owner. I'm not getting any software. I don't have any server. I don't have any system. It's simply I'm using the software given by Redbus Corporation, and I'm using it. That is SaaS, and PaaS is platform as a service. What is your AWS? I mean, Amazon Web Services giving is PaaS, and cloud is something bigger organization come forward like Amazon Web Services or Microsoft. They build their own servers, and if I subscribe to them, they will give me the platform, they will give me the OS, and they will take care of my internet security, they will take care of my data security. So that's the biggest business is going on now. So we are always proposing cloud to the customers. You can see the Indian markets, even the simple software you're seeing daily, Redbus, everything is in cloud these days. You can very well read on that. So quickly on the on-campus, off-campus, yeah, this is the structure. Aptitude test, group discussion, programming, HR interview, and this is a placement record we did in TCS. And this is the steps we followed: self-tuition, competitions. Don't miss any competitions. Go to different competitions and understand programming contest, seminar, and contacts. So these are the career sites you can find where you can really equip yourself to go there. Yeah, that's the end of my presentation. So maybe any generic questions or feedback or something you can just give it to me.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I am Ponmalar here. I am having a question, sir. Can you suggest programming languages or software for doing?
Sorry, I lost you in the mid. Can you type your question or can you retype it?
Can you suggest the programming languages that our students have to know for getting job in analytics? Analytics.
Yeah, analytics, definitely. There are a lot of free, open source softwares are available. Say, what I hear recent days is Python is doing really good, and R is really doing good. So these two things you can very well explore by yourself. And if your project also, if you just take, when your final year project, if you just do it in artificial intelligence, that will really help you. A lot of opportunities also available in artificial intelligence. So I'm in Netherlands currently, where right, this Philips started here in Netherlands in Eindhoven, where ASML is also here, which used to do fabrics, the chip fabrics, where I hear a lot of opportunities there, and all around the world, artificial intelligence is really doing it. So Python and R, if you can explore and if you can do some project, even a project in India also, take some government example or take some scenario in currently, that is also really good. So that's my suggestion. Yeah.
Okay, sir. My second question and the last question of mine. So for software testing, can you suggest packages that we can train our students in the labs? Software testing.
Yeah. Software testing, madam, you mean to say any automation testing package?
Yes, sir. So that we can train them, and when they go for job, it may be useful for them.
Yeah, definitely. Testing, there are a set of frameworks there, but I'll take this question as an offline question where
Yes, sir.
I'll send a set of topmost softwares in industry
Okay.
because some of the software, if you can spend money and get it, that also you can do. Or some of the software which are freeware or open source also, that will also be good. So I'll just take this question as an offline question. I'll reply back on the best testing tool to you, madam. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any other questions as well?
Good morning, sir. I'm Vanita.
Good morning.
Sir, about Salesforce, is there any prerequisite for learning Salesforce, sir?
Prerequisite in the sense, what do you mean by prerequisite, Vanita?
Can all the students learn it easily, or?
Yeah, definitely. Salesforce is something as a technology. What I learned is definitely anyone can learn it. It's mostly about configuring the software for the business. There is no prerequisite. Definitely, if you understand the business, that is my suggestion to all the students these days. Don't concentrate only on programming languages. Try to understand what is the business behind it, because Salesforce is a technology specially meant to do the sales. So if anyone can understand what is a sales business and how it works, then definitely Salesforce, anyone can learn it. So that's what the company is also doing now. Even after 1 year, if MCA students or computer science are going into a particular company, they will not hesitate you that you are a student. They will, after giving a 40 days training on programming languages, very well they will push you into a project by giving training in Salesforce. So there is no prerequisites. Definitely you can learn. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any other question? Hi. Any questions? Don't hesitate to ask. I mean, just ask any preliminary question as well. I'll try to answer, or I'll just get you an answer back. Yeah. Any question, guys? If you want to ask. And I want to tell you one thing as well on the communication. Sorry, someone is trying to ask the question, but I want to take this point on the communication perspective. So this has always been a struggle, say English, right? Simply don't even worry about it. You'll automatically learn to communicate with people when you've been into the industry. So so whenever you're working, probably don't push too much yourself to learn English, but try to think in English terms perspective, and then try to make it. So that is one important aspect as well. Yeah, someone was trying to ask a question. Yeah, if no question, maybe that's my end of presentation. Yeah, thanks. And I'll give back session back to Dharani, sir. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your insightful knowledge on enterprise applications with us. The session was full of passion, and we have gained valuable information about the software used in CRM. Thank you. It's time to express our gratitude. I'd like to invite our professor, Mrs. B. Teresita Mary Shanti, to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Anita. Good morning, everyone. After any successful event, it is only right that we thank all the hands that lend us help to make the event happen. First and foremost, I would like to say thanks to our key speaker, Mr. Sriram Chandramouli, who has taken his time to share the knowledge about the enterprise applications and various job opportunities. I appreciate your time and effort. Thank you, Mr. Sriram. I thank our management and principal, Dr. Palanishwari, for the constant encouragement. With great satisfaction and joy, I thank the organizers of the Department of Computer Science who put together a great show today. Congratulations to everyone. Saving the best for the last. I extend my sincere thanks to all the fellow department staffs and students who have joined us today to be part of the knowledge sharing. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. As Einstein said, life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Hope we'll all keep upgrading ourselves technically. Thank you. Thank you so much to all the virtual audience. Thank you, sir, once again.
Thank you. Bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Vasanthi, shall we stop recording?
பொன்மலர் வசந்தியே இல்ல.
கீழே ஜாயின் பண்ணிருக்காங்க மிஸ்.
அப்படியா?
இப்பதான் ஒரு 20 மினிட்ஸ்க்கு முன்னாடி வந்துட்டாங்க.
ரைட் ரைட். ஓகே.
Submit the feedback to get the certificates.